Which of these pizza ovens can cook more pizzas back to back? Today, we're putting the Ooni Koda 16 versus the Roccbox. We're gonna see how many we can get in a row and still get a good undercarriage, a good bottom crust that we like. No soggy pizzas. Pizza ovens have no problem cooking the top of the pizza. The problem is the bottom. We're gonna really test to see how good of a stone is in each pizza oven. I have noticed when I have a pizza party, everyone wants to make their own pizza. But the problem is when you're going back to back with pizzas, they just don't keep up. So let's see which one does better. And both of these I bought with my own money. There's no paid promotion going on here. Okay, I've pre-rolled out some dough for us. The ovens, both are at 800 degrees. They've been preheating for an hour, plenty of time for that stone to heat up. We're gonna cook each pizza 2 minutes, just so they're all equal, 2 minutes. We're gonna start with the Ooni, see how many we can get in a row. Okay, first pizza in. We're also not gonna mess with the dials and turn them up at all. That is something I'll do sometimes when cooking. I'll turn it up in between to get the stone hotter. But we're just gonna keep them both where they're at, 800 degrees. Cook for 2 minutes. Getting the next one ready. We're not leaving any time in between them. Trying to do the same amount of sauce and cheese on all of them too. All the dough balls are the exact same weight. 2 minutes. Take a look at that. Right back in. Take a look at that undercarriage. We got what's called leoparding, these brown spots. We've got a good crunch. But look at that bottom. That's a good looking bottom. We got 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left, 10 seconds left. Gotta get it ready. It's ready. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Let's go. And with the next. Okay. Let this one cool down and then we'll pick it up and show you. Pizza number 2. You can already see there is still some leoparding, but not quite as much as the first one. Okay, 2 minutes. Now for the fourth. 2 minute timer. Okay, third pizza. Not much leoparding at all. And you can see it is starting to get just a little doughy. It's just pretty white. You just kind of feel the bottom.
Turn your pizza. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, you can kind of feel the bottom.
You can kind of feel the bottom's really soft. It doesn't have as much integrity as these other ones, especially the first one. You can feel it's got more integrity. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get past 4. 3's not looking super great. Okay, 2 minutes on our fourth and probably final pizza. Come in real quick. By looking at the top, I don't see a difference between the 4 pizzas. Like I talked about earlier, it cooks the tops fine. It's the bottoms that are the problem. Fourth and final, this thing, the bottom, just isn't really cooked much at all. It's cooked enough that, you know, it's not gonna fold in on itself or anything, but there's not gonna be a lot of flavor there. I would stop cooking and let it heat up definitely before this point. We are ready to put the Gozney Roccbox to the test. We're gonna do 4 again, so we have an equal comparison with each one. So let's start with our first. Our first one in the Roccbox. Sauce. You know, 2 minutes has gone off for the Gozney. Let's get the second one in. Our first Roccbox pizza looks very similar to our first Ooni. It's got great leoparding. It's got some crunch to it. It looks good.
You turn your pizza.
Oh, every time you say that, I think you want to see the other side of the pizza. And there's our second one. Third one on the Roccbox.
Set your timer.
Here's our second one. Already we've lost a lot of leoparding. There's still a little bit, but we've lost a good amount of leoparding. Yeah. Don't know what else to say.
Okay, good. I'm actually shocked.
I am, because you'd think that the Roccbox would do better.
We could say that.
Okay, 2 minutes on the Roccbox. Fourth and final on the Roccbox.
Timer.
The third Roccbox one, no leoparding, and also it's like, doesn't really hold itself up very well. I'm willing to bet that it's pretty doughy on the inside. I'm not kind of surprised, because the Roccbox has such a thick bottom. This is kind of surprising me right now. Okay, 2 minutes. Ooh, looking good there. Fourth and final on the Gozney Roccbox. Pretty flimsy. I mean, similar to how how Ooni was at this point, but almost no coloring. So let's compare all 8 pizzas right now. The results are in. We've got this row here, this top row here. Well, in your view, it's the bottom row. This row here is the Ooni Koda 16. This row here is the Gozney Roccbox. So as you can see, the first 2 pizzas are almost identical. You can't even really tell a difference. Then we move on to the second pizza. There's a little bit more leoparding on the Ooni. It's not a landslide difference though, but it does have a slight advantage. We move on to the third. Similar undercarriage here. I don't see huge drastic difference. And then we move on to the third.
You said third, it's the fourth.
When we move on to the fourth, we moved over to the shade to show the difference on the last and final piece. So here is our Ooni, and here is the Roccbox. You can see it's almost more doughy. It doesn't have a cooked look like the Ooni does. Ooni, Roccbox. It has more of like a doughy, transparent look. Granted, that's the 4th pizza in a row, so in conclusion, it looks like the Ooni has a slight advantage. I would not say it's a landslide by any means, so I don't feel like this is a deal breaker between the 2 ovens. They're pretty on par with each other. Looks like you can get 1 or 2 in a row. Well, 1 in a row is not really a thing, is it? Looks like you can get up to about 2 in a row before you need to let it heat up. So here's some tips I've done. Once you take the pizza out, turn it on full throttle, make your next pizza, throw it in, turn it back down. That's worked well for me. If you do end up with 2 ovens like I have, I've learned I keep them on the temp that keeps them at 800, okay? Make 2 pizzas, and then put them both in, cook them both at the same time, and then make your next 2. And the amount it takes me to make the 2 pizzas, they're usually back up to temp and ready to go.